In Movies and Money, film critic Erik Childress is standing by. Hello to you, Erik.
Hi, Angie.
Well, Warner Brothers has a big decision on the horizon, and it looks like there's an ally out there to help. Tell us what's going on in Hollywood with a Wonder Woman 1984 on Christmas Day.
Well, that's the $821 million question, Angie, which is what the first Wonder Woman made back in 2017. But there's a lot more to consider given what we now know about TENET, which has made around $54 million domestically and over $347 million worldwide to date. By comparison, on the domestic side, that is about as much as the next three highest releases during the pandemic combined. So Nolan can say he is happy with those numbers, but the spin doesn't exactly pass the smell test when he said the following. Now, that wasn't exactly the thinking from July into September, when you may remember how both Warner Brothers and Nolan were banking on this film to be the opening charge that would save theaters. Now the situation is even more dire than ever, and if studios and theaters had worked together to adapt a little sooner, they may not be in the position they are now. By all accounts, in normal times, the Wonder Woman sequel would be a higher grosser than Nolan's film. So while it wouldn't make 2017 numbers, there could be general optimism that its total could be higher. However, a breakdown shows Wonder Woman was not as big as its comic book counterparts overseas. Nearly half the money was made in the US. Now couple that with spiking cases of the coronavirus, and we could see American theaters shut down again in major cities. If Warner Brothers plans to drive ahead with its Christmas Day plans, then they're going to have to begin an advertising push before Thanksgiving. Now that is money they are not going to get back if they have to shift dates again. That is why many of us believe the smart money is to err on the side of caution and find a better, safer release date.
You have a review of a new movie that's coming out. Let him go. Here's a quick look.
We came to see our grandson.
My boy doesn't have to answer to you.
And we don't have to answer to you.
Whoa.
What can you tell us about this film, Erik?
So Focus Features is one of the few studios that continues to charge ahead with theatrical releases. Last week they had a pretty good horror film called Come Play, which has made about $3 million to date. And this week they have the drama Let Him Go, which stars Diane Lane and Kevin Costner as a couple living with the tragic loss of their adult son, and then are further grieved when his wife remarries and is whisked away with their grandson. This begins a journey to visit and possibly rescue them from a family that is not about to give them up. The film is set in the 1950s, and there's a distinct Western feel that Costner is naturally very comfortable within as a former lawman who may be headed towards a showdown for their lives. Now, I really enjoyed this film, largely because of the performances from Lane and Costner, who are very good together, as this is a story as much about a relationship as it is about warring factions, though that aspect of the story is very satisfying as well. Now, even if the family led by the great Leslie Manville may feel a little cartoonish at times, it only enhances our desire to see the good guys come out victorious, and we can all use a little of that nowadays.
Thanks as always, Erik.
Thank you, Angie.
For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.